In this video, I'm going to be talking about 13 ways to enjoy Park City, Utah's Park Silly Sunday Market. This is an outdoor event. It happens every single Sunday. Today, we're actually headed to the Park Silly Sunday Market. It's the first day that the market is going to take place. It happens on Lower Main Street in historic Old Town. We actually parked here up at Park City Mountain Resort, and we're going to take the bus down to historic Main Street because I got a text message saying that Old Town parking was full. The first Sunday that it starts is June 4th, which is actually today, and it'll run till the end of September. However, you must note that it's not going to be taking place the entire month of August. It's going to be happening June, July, and in September. So keep that in mind and plan accordingly if you are coming into town or you're visiting, or even if you're a local. The first tip is that you're going to want to plan ahead. You're definitely going to want to check out and see what's happening with the weather. Today and for the next week, it's going to be really rainy. We've had a really kind of cool and rainy June. The weather is a lot better. This June, we have had it's been a cold start to summer actually. Like it's in the 60s, so that actually might feel very, very good to you. It's been getting into the 40s at night. We've had a really wet and cold spring as well, and we still have snow way up in the mountains up there. But it looks like it might rain, and it's supposed to rain all next week. And so, yeah, you just want to make sure you also check the weather and what to wear, and if it's going to be a hot one or a cold one or a rainy one. So you definitely want to check the weather. If you're going to need to bring layers, a hat, wear sunscreen, or bring an umbrella with you. So make sure that you are checking what the weather is going to do, especially if you have kids coming with you or animals or pets or dogs. Park Silly is a really friendly dog area, so you are going to see lots of pups. You're definitely going to want to know where to park if you're planning on driving. So depending on where you're coming from, they're going to tell you to park at the high school and jump on transit. My husband and I, we actually park at Park City Mountain Resort. You can even walk to Lower Main Street from Park City Mountain Resort, or you can take public transit, which is what we did. There are bus stops everywhere, and it's really easy to jump on the bus. And did I mention that it's free? You might want to also scope out Park Silly Sunday Market's website just to see what kind of vendors are going to be there and plan accordingly for that. And then you can see what you want to explore or what activities are going to be happening or who's going to be playing and what sort of live music and live entertainment they're going to be having for the day. Keep in mind, you can also bike here and you can walk here. And that is what they actually encourage you to do because there is a free bike valet. And if you haven't noticed, but electric bikes are taking Park City by storm. Everywhere I go, I always see somebody riding an electric bike, and it's really nice because you could actually ride from Kimball Junction to Old Town on an electric bike and break just maybe a minimal sweat. If you're not on an electric bike, you're going to be sweating a ton because it is slightly uphill biking from Kimball Junction all the way into Old Town. But if you're coming back from Old Town and you're going out to the junction, it's going to be mostly downhill. Second tip is that make sure that you bring a small backpack, water bottles with you, depending on how you're arriving. If you're driving by car, if you plan on biking, if you plan on taking public transit, they definitely don't want you bringing outside alcohol in. So, I mean, you could put a little bit of whatever you like to drink in a hydro flask and bring it in that way. I mean, I'm not trying to teach you how to smuggle alcohol into an event, but it also saves you some money, especially if you don't want to pay for alcohol, because a lot of times at these events, it can be like $10 for a beer. And the next thing that you want to do is, I'm not sure that every vendor accepts Apple Pay, so definitely have cash and cards with you so that if you find something that you like, you can actually buy it and you have a way of paying the vendor, because a lot of these vendors are very small and most of the time they'll probably use Apple Pay or Venmo, or they might even use like Square. Tip is to dress really, really comfortably. This is outdoors. You're going to be in the sun. If you're coming in July or visiting in July or going to this event in July, it's probably going to be hot. So you're going to want to wear, lots of layers, good tennis shoes, sunglasses, sunscreen, and bring a hat. And if you're bringing your dogs with you, remember that the pavement gets really, really hot. So give them little booties and make sure that you bring water for your pets too, because the asphalt can get really hot and it can burn their paws. And the fourth tip is to really enjoy the live entertainment. They always have somebody some sort of live entertainment, some sort of live music going on. And if you check their website, it will be different every single Sunday. And also the vendors are different every single Sunday. So you won't see the same people there all the time. So really enjoy the live music. The live music is located kind of when you first enter, right by Harvest, right by the town lift on Lower Main Street there. And that is where also the beer garden is and all the local food vendors are. The fifth tip is to really sample some of the local delicacies. There are a lot of people that have food there, like food trucks. There's a little bit of a farmer's market there. Just check out some of the gourmet food that people are trying to sell you and sample some of the local cuisine from some of the local people that live in Park City and the local small businesses. And the sixth tip is to engage with local artists. There's going to be so many great booths here. There's lots of artistic people. There's sculptures. There is photography. There is a lot of really, really cool artwork here, as well as jewelry. Strike up a conversation with these people, get to know about their story, talk to them. It's really, really fun to engage with some of these local artists and see how they came about, where they're from, and why they're here. And the seventh tip is to enjoy the eco-friendly focus. Park City really takes pride in trying to make Park City more sustainable. There are probably going to be a number of eco-friendly activities as well as eco-friendly booths and vendors here. Eighth tip is to bring a reusable bag with you. So if you got a backpack, just throw maybe a reusable bag in that backpack in case you end up buying something and you need somewhere to put it. And the seventh tip is to engage with the local community. Just a market, it's really a community gathering. It's really fun to strike up conversations with the locals, with the local vendors, the people that are working at the food booths, to check out who's here, why they're here, if they're locals, if they're tourists, if they're just visiting, if they have second homes. It's really fun to immerse yourself in the culture of Park City and get to know everybody who calls this mountain town home. You also might discover some very friendly locals who are here to give you free insider tips and local hidden gems so that you're not just the tourist of the town. The 10th tip is to support the local small businesses. All these vendors are small local businesses. So when you're buying from them, you're really supporting them and their family. And if you really love their work, you're helping spread the word about their work and their livelihood. And the 11th tip is capture these memories. Bring a smartphone with you, bring a camera, and make sure that you are taking in this whole entire culture and really getting memories that you can take pictures of, that you can share with people for years down the line. It's going to be the most beautiful backdrop. There is so much artwork. There are so many cool, fun, cultural things to check out on Main Street, not to mention all the small little mining cottages and all the real estate here. It's absolutely a perfect backdrop to capture memories. And the 12th thing that you're going to want to do is discover some of the local nonprofits. Oftentimes they have a lot of booths here. So definitely go up to those booths, check out what they're all about, and see how you can also help support local nonprofits in Park City, Utah. And the 13th thing is to engage in some of the activities that they have going. There's going to be live music over here. There might be things for kids to do. There might be little fun workshops that are happening. Again, there's going to be different entertainment on the stage at different times of day, so you can check that out on their website. Hey, what's up? My name is Nicole Bowdle. I'm a local real estate agent in Park City, Utah. If you wish to contact me, my information is always dropped down in the description link down below. And I think that you are going to love checking out what's happening in Park City for the summer events this summer. So make sure you go check out this video.